Hi, guys. Okay, this would be a little strange for you because I've been doing pregnancy Q&A, and this is about fertility enhancement Q&A. So, what exactly is this? I work with women over 40 for fertility enhancement. Of course, I do with women in their 30s too. But with Ayurvedic herbs, it is just supporting them when they're going through their IUI journey or when they're going through their IVF journey. But with 40s, they actually transit into mainly Ayurvedic herbs that they use. Why? Because they've tried a lot of IVFs and IUI and have failed in it in their 30s. So it's just recommended to try Ayurveda kind of later because people come to Ayurveda towards the end when the damage is all done. So that's what we're going to really work on today with Q&As. So the first question is, what is the difference between Ayurveda fertility enhancement versus IVFs and IUI and other kind of methods? Okay. First and the foremost, fertility enhancement. Okay. You're born in a woman's body. Why do you need fertility enhancement when you can biologically make babies? It's super easy, right? What's happening with us? So, address that part. We are more stressed than ever. We feel disgusted with our periods. We don't want to take ourselves seriously with our body. And then all of a sudden, we just say, oh, you know what? I want my uterus to really function well and make me a baby. That's what is the problem. So, if you can educate girls in their teenage years saying, hey, if you want to have babies, you better take care of your uterus health, take care of the period cycles, what to eat, how to be during those times. It's very important. That is something that we need to address because prevention is better than cure. Okay. That's something that you will have to kind of give your thoughts. Next, why is it so hard to conceive nowadays? Have you thought about it? So, with respect to Ayurveda, we first think about cleansing the body because we don't know what are the channels that are clogged that is not reaching uterus. In Ayurveda, we have seven tissues, and the last one is the Artava Dhatu. So, the last Dhatu, that is the last tissue, needs to get nourishment. If the first ones are not getting it, then the last one will not get. Because the first one, whatever it eats, let goes, second one takes it. Whatever the second one eats, let go, third one takes it. That's how it goes to seventh one. So if that has been cut off, then we are not really seeing that optimal functioning of the uterus. So we'll have to check why, where, and the first and the foremost with respect to Ayurveda fertility enhancement will be going through a cleanse. Now, I am not talking about cleanse as in drink celery juice for 3 days and you will be fine. No, sorry. It includes a lot more of panchakarma therapies, and it is important to cleanse the body and then go through it because the synthetic medications that you have been taking, if it is IUI or IVF, will clog uterus in some ways. As a healer, when I look into uterus, as in I don't physically look into it, when I do healing, I usually get visuals of how the uterus is in a woman. Then I get to know actually what needs to be done. So that's how I work with women with respect to IVF infertility issues. So we need to address one thing: uterus is in a woman's body, and what is she not proud about? Because all kinds of women issues, women empowerment that we call nowadays is just to be a man. That's what we are aiming for. So, of course, our uterus is not getting any attention. We have lost a lot of feminine quality. When you don't have it, what makes you think uterus will say, oh, I'm here to help you, I'm here to support you? Anyways, So that is the first and the foremost thing that we need to take care with respect to a healer perspective. What are the blockages that you're holding? What are the programs that you're holding in your uterus that needs to be removed? If you think I'm in a man's world, I need to be a man, I need to do this, then your uterus is not going to help you. Okay. Sometimes when I consider secondary infertility women whom I work with, they will. So, first of all, I don't consider anything as secondary infertility. It is just clogging of the channels. Once you really cleanse, you will be able to conceive naturally because your body has done that first. Sometimes women themselves are scared to go into motherhood second time because they have had hard labor and delivery, or they didn't have anybody to take care of their kids, so the experience of the first one wasn't great. That's why there is programs in their uterus which says, no, I don't want to conceive again, which they surpass and then say, oh, we are trying and it's not happening, that's why we are getting this whole thing process going with IVF and all those things. So this is the main big difference between holistic way of looking at it versus come to us, please. We are going to do everything that is possible by us. We'll take plenty of ultrasounds. We'll show you how your AMH levels are not appropriate, how your egg quality is worse. I'm really sorry. You're going into the geriatric zone. If you're 48, don't come to us. But if you're before that, oh, the medicines will kind of expire soon. You have to do it now. You have to take decision now. And you have like 10 calls pushing in saying there's a donor egg that's come in, you're appropriate, etc., etc. So that's the big difference. um, and women are stressed, so please release your stress so that you can conceive naturally. When things happen naturally, there's some beauty in it, unless you really really need help. Okay, some women do need help, and that's when the IVFs click in. But sometimes, again, it all depends on individual person. I haven't been through any of those things. I have no problem. Uh, but I do know, I have experience with my clients, the amount of stress they carry, the amount of insecurities they have needs to be addressed first, emotionally. Physically, stress and clogging of the channels needs to be addressed. Mentally, we need to know why they have these kind of programs. Okay, that's my thoughts on that. Next question. How do how do you think women can be supported during their IUI or IVF journey? Okay, there are two ways that I support them. One is by doing healing sessions. Because the hormone changes are so much, there are a lot of arguments. Men do not understand what women is going through. Her hormones are chaotic. She herself has no clarity. Okay, in that scenario, there are fights. Women always are left with feeling, why am I doing this? I'm shoving injections in my body, I'm taking all these pills just to make a family, and this man doesn't understand, or his family doesn't understand. So this is one thing that I support with healing sessions that give you a little more emotional support. I remove programs that is not needed so you can go through your journey of conception easily. Second way of supporting it is through herbs that enhance uterus health. That involves a lot more ghee, aristas. Again, a little bit of small cleanse is very important before we go through the whole thing. And yes, another thing that people ask, if herbs and these IVF medications do they interact? We always ask them to take Ayurvedic herbs 45 minutes before or after any of those pills, and it really complements. It does help increase AMH level. It does help increase eye quality. So provided you are open to it and you are accepting the herbs, the body is always ready to accept herbs. It's like difference between a ginger pill and eating ginger raw. Your body DNA knows raw ginger for I don't know how many centuries, but your body doesn't know this synthetic pill to an extent that it knows ginger. Make sense? So that's where Ayurveda comes in handy. So those are the two ways that I support women on their fertility journey. Okay. What's the big difference between once you get pregnant with IVF and through Ayurveda? So, okay, when I work with women over 40s, I do not promise them that you're going to conceive. I promise them a good uterus health so that their menopause is easy. In that scenario, they're not under any pressure whether there's going to be a conception or not. I am not God. So we need a woman body, we need a man body, we need those sperms and eggs together. Along with it, we need a divine intervention. So, according to Ayurveda, we need these four components: the uterus, the ovum, the sperm, and the divine intervention. So, when that happens by itself, the babies that come out on this planet are very very different when I consider, like, looking at them versus when you have conceived through IVF, because I have seen a lot more allergies issue or a lot more lung issues, a lot more c-section because of it, because there is some side effects with the synthetic medication. Again, there are no research done, this is just my experience, disclaimer. So it is up to you guys. You want to trust your body, you want to remove programs, you want to go into Ayurvedic conception and say, okay, I will try naturally, I'll pray. It all depends on you. Or you can say, I'm a complete skeptic, Vinaya, all you're talking is bullshit. I want to go through the scientific way. They show me with scans and ultrasounds what's happening inside my body, how the egg quality is, etc., etc. Go for it. So it's up to individual person who wants to pick what is right for them. Make sense? And yes, there has been several success stories, but not all. Again, when you don't promise that, oh, there is conception at the end of this tunnel, women are not stressed. They've kind of given up and they're happier doing their own things. That's when a baby chooses them. Okay. So that's what I have seen. That's what I have really come across. And again, it's just my clients' experiences that I'm talking about. The rest is up to what you want to interpret about it. Okay. After going through IVF, what happens to my uterus? Okay. As a healer perspective, when I see women who have gone through several IVFs, their uterus looks very dry. It feels very dry from inside because it just feels like a dry bread. That's all I think about. But when the uterus hasn't gone through any of those things, any of those literal pressure of why isn't my egg quality good? What is the difference between good egg quality and not good egg quality? They didn't teach me in middle school. So, all those things, when a woman is gone through it, it takes time to regain that uterus to come back to its optimal level. It's not hard, but it is damaged. Okay. You have to understand we're literally screwing up one organ, which is a beautiful thing, which makes you woman. First of all, you start from when you identify yourself as a woman, that why are men able to do this? When will I equal them? I want to be like them. So you're losing feminine quality. You're losing respect to your uterus by saying, this is disgusting. I don't want to have my periods, etc., etc. And then you shove IVFs. So poor uterus, how much can it take? That's why medicine has only two things: birth control pills and hysterectomy, nothing in between. So Ayurveda steps in with a lot more options to help uterus to gain some strength. So yes, Ayurvedic herbs really help gain strength for the uterus, bring it to somewhat manageable place where you can enhance its function to feel better, because you need those hormones. Okay, menopausal women really get shocked because they have not taken care of themselves and now they're encountering so many symptoms. Like recently I had a menopausal lady call up and say, my doctors have given up on me, I don't know what to do, and these are all these problems. I'm like, okay, calm down. We can address one by one. So, diet and lifestyle plays a big role. Please take care of that. And yes, there are options for women who have gone through IVF and who don't know what to do. There is option to get back your health to normal without getting rid of uterus. Okay. So that's my take on all these. And that's about for this week. I've been a little busy with a lot of things, and I'll get back to the pregnancy Q&A soon. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.